Well, the Indiana State Museum and Historic Sites run some 12 locations from 148 acres of gardens, lakeshore, newly restored wetlands and prairies surrounding the cabin of Gene Stratton-Porter in Rome City to the Levi and Catharine Coffin house in Fountain City, where more than 1,000 freedom seekers were assisted to use the Underground Railroad to safety. The CEO of the State Museum and Historic Sites is here now to explain how visitation continues to increase, especially among families really from all 50 states. Kathy Faree, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Let's talk about attendance first of all. Up 8.5+%. What's driving that?
We are recognized that in 2016 with the Indiana Bicentennial, we had a great opportunity to draw attention to the museum system, and we've been able to continue to grow it with different attractions and growing our programming and the opportunities at all 12 locations.
I think a lot of people know of the Indiana State Museum here in Indianapolis, what a great venue that is, but maybe not as many people realize of all the locations around the state, the historic sites you have that are part of a statewide system.
And that's really what's important for us, because we have a membership that gets you into all 12 locations, and that's really what makes us statewide. We have obviously an incredible museum here, but we also have incredible stories that can be told in different and smaller communities, and we're really excited for people to go in and spend time at the Culbertson Mansion and then also in New Albany. So it's a great opportunity to see small towns in Indiana in a way with a good reason to go.
Yeah, talk about that, because that's driving some dollars, some impact around the state of Indiana. Won't be able to hit all 12, but talk about some of the highlights, some of these historic sites around the state.
Really, TC Steele is an incredible place. Everyone is familiar with the paintings, but have you been where they were actually painted? And so we not only have put in a new visitor center that most importantly has restrooms, because you are out there, but we also have redone the large studio, so it will give you a better idea of how Steele painted. We translate what different ways he was using the materials and the landscape, as well as we put in new paintings every year. So there's really a whole new site to see when you go out, and it's an incredible opportunity to walk in the woods and really get engrossed and sort of walk into the painting of T.C. Steele at that site.
Fabulous pictures we're looking at right now of that location that a lot of people probably don't know about.
It's right outside of Nashville. So if you're on your way to Nashville or Bloomington or Columbus, we're right in there. And if you just turn left and head our way, I'm sure we can give you an incredible experience. Yeah,
we had some video earlier of the Levi and Catharine Coffin State Historic Site as well, which I believe we did a story on that, of some expansion and some new construction there as well.
Which is great. We had an opportunity to put in another visitor center at that house as well, which means we can put the story of the Levi and Catharine Coffin house into context for people so they can understand why it's significant as well as why it's relevant today. So the visitor centers really allow us to take the story forward and help you understand why it's important to you today.
And also you talk about putting the story in context. That's, I know, a big focus of what you're doing, is that so that folks of families can learn a lot, actually learn a lot while they're at these different historic sites.
And we're also hoping that it will spark an interest in someone. It may be that if you're at the Gene Stratton-Porter site and you read Freckles, that you then start to find out who Gene Stratton-Porter was and know that she had many careers, not one. So she was an artist, but she made films, she wrote books. So you too could do any one of or all three of those things. So we're hoping that our legacies of these sites are also an inspiration, not only to the families, but to the kids that visit.
Yeah. In terms of driving visitors and driving business to these sites, I assume we hear a lot about staycations, and they seemingly become more and more prevalent, more popular each and every year. It would seem to me this network of sites would fit right into staycations.
Absolutely, and you buy one membership and it allows you to get into all 12 locations. So that means that you're investing in not just an opportunity for one weekend, but many opportunities. So you're always looking for something to do when people come to town, or it may be that you've done that and your family's coming for the 10th time. So this time, let's go to the Gene Stratton-Porter site, or let's go to T.C. Steele, or let's go to New Albany and see the Culbertson Mansion. So we really give you a chance to show off the whole state rather than only your hometown.
We only have about 30 seconds, but the tourism business is a business. It's competitive.
Absolutely.
Obviously, what do you do? What's the big challenges in staying relevant, staying competitive in the marketplace?
It's almost like any any other business, what are people looking for? How are we relevant to their lives today? And what can we do to help enrich people's lives? Everyone is really engrossed in technology. As you know, it's in your pocket. What we're giving you are real experiences about real stories and real people. So it's a tangible thing that you can really see, smell, taste, hear, and have a chance to have dialogue with people, whether it's your own family or other visitors.
Yeah, very good. Kathy Faria is the president and CEO of the Indiana State Museum and Historic Sites, a network of locations around the state. Kathy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.